Let's learn how to add the dynamic validations in this Angular application, and we are using the reactive forms over here. Working with the dynamic validations is very easy over here. Before working with the dynamic validations, let's get a scenario over here, and here in this form control I'm adding few properties. So here at the last I'm choosing format type, so this is going to be new form control. Along with this I will add two format, so here it is PDF format or doc format, and let's give it new form control also. Let's get to input box over here, so I can copy the code from this particular place, or let's just do it over here. So this is going to be doc format, and this one is going to be the PDF format, the second one. And let's update the form control name, so this one is the PDF format, and here it is. So here I'm writing PDF format. Let's update all these things, and here let's use this doc format. This doc format is available at this place. Let's remove this error message because we will not take care of this one now. We will work with the dynamic validations. So this is the placeholder. Here let's write PDF proper, and this one is the doc format. Okay, let's see what we have on the browser. On the browser this time we are having two input fields. Let's not worry too much about these icons. Let's focus only on the concept. You can get the icons from the Google official website, that is fonts.google.com. Then the icons, you can copy the code from there and just paste it over here. Okay, and now let's add one set of radio buttons over here. To get the radio button we can search for Angular material, and over here go to the components. From the left hand side let's choose the radio button, this one. Okay, just use this one. So what do we have? We are having this met radio group, and there are two options. Let's copy it, go back to the browser, and over here let's just paste this one. Let's see what we have over here on this browser. So we are getting the error. This is because we have not added the required API, and we need to import this module in the application in order to use it. So we can do that easily in our material component, and that is available inside this shared folder. We are having this material module. Cool, paste it, met radio module, and let's use it in the exports array. Save all the changes. Let's say what we have. The error is gone from this place. Now we are having two radio buttons at this place. Let's bind one of our form control over here, and this is the name, format type. Okay, here we are, and I can bind that over here, form control name, like this. The option one is, it is going to be PDF, and the second one is doc. Now at this place you will see we are having two options, PDF and the doc. Now based on the selection of these values I want to make them required. If I'm choosing the PDF, then I want this one as required. If I'm choosing this doc, then I want this input element to be required. Before that let's add some CSS classes over here to add proper design. And if you remember, we have already done this kind of thing with this toggle. So we have created one class with name toggle, this one. Let's see what we have in the toggle. You will see we are having this margin bottom 20, and I can use that class, although you can rename it to a proper name. But here let's focus on the concept, and we are using this toggle. It will get refreshed automatically, and we are having this PDF and doc. Here we are on the TS file, and first we have to subscribe the changes, and we can do that easily over here in this ng on init method. Let's copy these three lines and just paste them again. So what we are doing, we are just going to create format type control. What is the name of our control this time? It is format type. Let's just use it over here, and if there is any change in this value like this, then we have to do something over here. Cool. Let's get one more method over here. At the end we can make it private, format type changed, and let's use the void, and that's it. And over here I can pass either the value or the control. So let's just only pass the value. Here I'm writing format type and it is of type string. Cool. Now we can use this format type changed over here inside this subscribe method. Okay, so this dot format type changed, and here I will pass this X. Now what will happen whenever we will make any change in this radio button, every time this method will get called and we will have this value X over here in this method. Okay, so here we are having two things. First, if the value of X is, there are two values basically. The first one is 1 and the second one is 2, or let's make them PDF and doc. There are two things, the value can be PDF and the doc. So if it is PDF, then we will do something over here. This format type is the name, this one. Else if the format type equal it is doc, then we will do something over here. Else at this place we can access the form control. So here I'm writing const PDF control, and I can do that easily by using this dot add book form dot get, and in the get method I can pass the name of this particular PDF control. Let's just put a semicolon and create one more line, and this is going to be the doc control. Okay, let's copy the names. So the name is, this is PDF format, let's paste it in the PDF section at this place, and the second one is this doc format, paste it over here. Now the concept is very clear. Whenever we will make any change in the radio button, this method will get called. We will have the selected value over here, and inside this method we are getting the reference of both these controls. Now if it is PDF, then I want to apply some dynamic validations on this PDF control. Cool. So how can I do that? PDF control dot add validators. There is this particular method, and inside this method we can pass our validations. So if you will just go to the definition of this one, you will see inside this constructor we can pass our validations in two format. First is, if we are having only one single validation, then we can pass it directly, or if there are more than one validation, then we can pass it in form of an array. First I will start with one single validation. So here I'm using that validators dot required. Okay, let's do the similar thing over here in this doc, and for this doc I will be using this doc control. Without making any further change, let's go to the browser. By default you will see that there is no selection over here, and there is no star symbol at this place. If I will choose PDF and click over here, you will see that the PDF is required. Now we are having this star, and if I will click outside, you will see that we are getting this red line as well. If I will choose this doc is also required, but we are facing a problem at this place. Ideally this validation should get removed and only this one should work. So to handle this scenario, here we can use one more concept. If it is PDF, then we have to clear all the validations from the doc, and we can do that easily over here. So doc control dot clear validators. This method will clear all the validations from this doc. Similarly, let's do the same thing over here. PDF controls dot clear validators. Cool. Now what will happen? If you are choosing the type PDF, then it will add the required validation only on this PDF and will remove all the validations from this doc control. If you are using the type doc, then this logic will add the validation on this doc control and it will remove all of them from the PDF control. We have made these changes. Now let's test them on the browser. So here we are. By default, nothing is selected. Click on the PDF and you will see that it is not getting applied automatically by default. If I will click over here, then only it will get applied. Okay. Similarly, if I'm clicking on this doc, you will notice that this time this one is gone. If I'm clicking over here, then it has been applied over here. It means these validations are getting applied only after one click. Now what will happen if I want to apply them automatically? If I'm clicking on this PDF, then this required field should get removed from the first one and should get applied on the second one. To implement this feature in this application, we have to use one more method, and we have to use it on both the controls. So I'm using this PDF control, and there is one method with name update value and the validity. Let's do the same thing for the doc control as well. So doc control dot update value and the validity, and there is no need of using this else. Let's just remove it. So what we have now in this method, we are having two controls. If the format type is PDF, then we are applying the validation on the PDF and we are clearing everything from the doc. If the format type is doc, then we are applying the validations on this doc and we are removing the validations from this PDF control. At the last, we are using this method update value and the validity. This will apply the validations immediately. Okay, this time by default you will see there is no validation applied on any one of the control. If I'm clicking PDF, immediately you will see we are getting a star over here. If I choose this doc, that star has been removed from this PDF format and it has been applied on this doc format. So this time if I will click over here, then you will notice that there is no required. If I will click over here and click outside, we are getting the error. Let's click on this PDF and you will see this error has been moved from this doc to the PDF. This is how you can work with the dynamic validations in the application, and this was just an example. You can apply validations on any kind of control based on your requirement. If you want to apply more than one validations, let's say on this PDF one you want to apply multiple, so here you can use this array and you can pass n number of validations over here. Validator dot, let's say I'm writing min length, it should be 10. And if you want to display the error messages, then you can refer to the previous video. Let's choose this doc, use the PDF, click over here. Still you will see we are having this error because the minimum length for this PDF is 10. This was all about the dynamic validations in the Angular application. To apply the validation, we have to use this add validator. To clear the validations, we have to use this clear validator. And to update the value immediately, we have to use this update value and the validity method.